This is the Barbados Today afternoon news for Tuesday, February 6. Thank you for joining us. I am Marie-Claire Williams. Prime Minister Freundel Stuart is appealing to self-employed individuals to make their contributions to the NIS. Stuart was speaking in Parliament this morning during debate on the NIS Amendment Bill. He told the lower house that while there are some self-employed people who contribute to private pension schemes, there are others who are not making any provisions for their later years. The amendment seeks to waive 100% interest on arrears between October 2017 and January 2018. And Finance Minister Chris Sinclair explained to the lower house how this will work.
And it says where there was payable by the employer or self-employed person before and during the specified period, arrears of contributions and outstanding interest. On those arrears, 100% of the interest accrued up to the 15th of February 2018 is waived if the arrears of contributions are paid in full. So in order to benefit from the program, you must clear your principal arrears in full. You're not going to do it half and then promise to come back with the other half, or do a quarter, or do 3/4. You're going to have to do it in full. And that is the deal, basically, that is being made, and of course that has to be done before the 15th, on or before the 15th of January 2018, which of course, Mr. Speaker, sir, is just around the corner.
Head of the Barbados Vagrants and Homeless Society, Kimar Safri, is calling on political parties to deliver on their promises for assistance. Safri made the call at a news conference this morning. It follows his presentation of the Society's manifesto to the political parties contesting the upcoming election and a call for a 24-hour homeless shelter by the National Assistance Board.
We've seen during the hurricane season, we would have put out videos as well, where men were on the streets in the hurricane season and had nowhere to go because places were closed. Now, on top of that as well, we obviously would have been advocating for years to have a 24-hour shelter in Barbados. We would have been advocating for years for the Ministry of Social Care to listen to the plea of the Barbados Vagrants and Homeless Society and that of the members of the Homeless Society to really have the shelter. And we are pleased to see that the numerous amount of meetings we would have held with the minister, the numerous amount of proposals that we would have sent to the ministry, that the minister could now heed the call to move the shelter to a 24-hour and also use some of the format we would have put into our proposals, like rehabilitation, skills development, family programs that they're so looking to do soon, that they could have used the proposal to best assist those that are homeless.
In other news this afternoon, the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union is investigating allegations of a possible conflict of interest by its most senior policymakers. The institution's supervisory committee has confirmed the probe into claims that President Raphael Holder may have breached Section 75 of the Cooperative Societies Act, which requires directors of the board to disclose their interests in the award of material contracts. The investigation was prompted by an unsigned letter, supposedly by a disgruntled employee or employees, alleging that Holder's private company, CER Holdings, is the landlord of the newest credit union branch in Mile and a Quarter, St. Peter. Barbados Today obtained a copy of the letter dated January 1st, 2018, and addressed to the Board of Directors, the Supervisory Committee, the CEO, and the Compliance Division, and copied to the Audit and Risk Divisions. The letter questioned Holder's ties to the company, his possible role in choosing the site, and due diligence. Holder told Barbados Today he is not the landlord of the premises leased by the credit union, and he added that the company with which he is associated is also not the landlord.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Thank you for staying with us. We're back with news from the region. The former U.S. President Bill Clinton landed in Dominica this morning for meetings with Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit and other officials. They are expected to discuss relief efforts following the widespread damage caused by Hurricane Maria last September. Clinton is also expected to visit Antigua and Barbuda. This week's talks follow a donors' meeting in New York last November. Over in Trinidad, it is now illegal to defame individuals on social media. This follows a landmark court ruling in the Twin Island Republic yesterday. We get the details in this report from CMC3 News.
In the matter, Justice Sipasad found that the words posted by the defendant Janelle Burke were reckless and scandalous. According to court documents, Burke published posts stating that the family was engaged in incestuous, adulterous and child prostitution activities. The posts led to interventions from the Children's Authority and school authorities, who cleared the family of the allegations. But the public humiliation remained. In August 2016, the family sought redress before the courts and turned to Glenn Bagwansing. The attorney admits he was skeptical to take the case.
Initially, I was a bit hesitant, knowing that there are no laws and it was a big risk. You're going to court, you have no idea what is going to happen. But I know the clients had been defamed and they were under some distress and there were no other remedies available to them.
With current libel and defamation laws written in the 1840s, they exclude the use of social media. Bagwansing felt the odds were against his clients, but he says that changed with one admission.
And finally, on the international scene, Zimbabwe's main opposition leader, Morgan Tsvangirai, is reportedly critically ill in a South African hospital. Local media quoted family sources as saying the 65-year-old former prime minister is suffering from weight loss, exhaustion and muscle thinning. He is currently being treated for colon cancer. He was beaten and imprisoned several times during his political struggle against the former president Robert Mugabe. Tsvangirai is the leader of the country's Movement for Democratic Change party. And that's news this afternoon. Remember, you can get more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and on Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also find us on Mix 96.9 FM. I am Marie Claire Williams. Good afternoon.